Hey everybody, it's Gary, and welcome to the first ever episode of Speaking of Gary, my new podcast show. Currently, today is just going to be me. In the next couple of episodes, I'll be having some friends over to talk about this kind of stuff with me, which brings me to the next thing. That usually I'm going to be talking about 3 or 4 subjects. Today, I will be talking about and it'll usually be around kind of like in this sort of order. First, I'm going to be talking about some movie news coming up, and what broke yesterday was the news that Jesse Eisenberg would be playing Lex Luthor in the upcoming Batman vs. Superman movie, plus Jeremy Irons will be playing Alfred. So I'll be talking about movie news. After that, I'll be talking about just a subject that I'm going to be talking about, just which today it will be my anticipated movies coming soon. And the third thing I'm going to talk about today is a question that someone asked me, and they asked me, do you think it was a snub that Tom Hanks was not nominated for Captain Phillips for an Oscar? And so that's going to be the 3 that I'm going to be talking about today. It is subject to change. Currently this is what it's like, but in the next couple episodes, which will air, hopefully it will get on a better track as I move along with it. Although currently there's no designated date. It will be weekly, maybe a couple a week. We'll have to see. But eventually I'm hoping to get it so I can live stream them and have them at a designated time once a week or twice a week. But right now this is sort of just a trial run, and it's just me today. So, next episode will be me talking with a couple people. I did find the cord for my camera, so I will be making videos again. So, got a bottle of water, and I am ready to go. Okay, so, yesterday, news broke, confirmed news, not rumored, broke that Jesse Eisenberg, who starred in The Social Network and Zombieland, will be playing Lex Luthor in the upcoming Superman movie. Also that Jeremy Irons would be playing Alfred in the upcoming Superman movie. So, I'm going to give my thoughts on this. First off, Jeremy Irons as Alfred, because it's sort of a smaller topic in my point of view. Good choice. I mean, he's a solid actor. I didn't really think of him when I was thinking of Alfred, but of course I wasn't like, oh, I'm excited to see who's going to portray Alfred. I mean, he is a key component to the Batman franchise, but it's not to the utmost importance that we get, like, say some actor that people don't like was cast as Alfred. There wouldn't be as big as controversy as if an actor people don't like was cast as, say, like a famous villain such as like the Joker or Lex Luthor. So Jeremy Irons as Alfred, I'm all for that. I am fine with that. Doesn't bother me one bit. So I'm excited to see. The next thing, which is Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. First things first. I like Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, he's an Oscar-nominated performer, and I liked him in Zombieland. I liked him in The Social Network. I liked him in I like him in most things he's in, and it's safe to say that I like him in most things he is in, because he plays the exact same character in every movie he's in. He talks like this, and he without the stuttering, but he talks like this, and he just talks really fast and sort of like this, and stuff, and he's the same character in every movie, and so I haven't really seen him be in a movie where I can judge to say that, like, I never would have. This came freaking, like, I didn't even expect this at all. There was never talk about Jesse Eisenberg to play Lex Luthor. No one said that once. I'm disappointed that Bryan Cranston isn't Lex Luthor. I knew that probably wasn't going to happen, but I mean, it would have been fucking awesome. But I knew that the chances of that were slim. On that note, though, Jesse Eisenberg, I have not ruled out the fact that he could be an amazing Lex Luthor. He could be the best Lex Luthor ever. But right now, for the time being, I am not convinced that he can be good because I have not seen him show his acting potential to be the... I mean, if he played the character that he does a lot of times in movies, most times that I've seen him in, it wouldn't be bad. Because it's not like that is the total opposite of Lex Luthor is. I don't know how he's going to portray Lex Luthor. I don't think he's going to be the bald, old Lex Luthor, because he's not old. I think he's going to be the younger scientist just starting out Lex Luthor, who's against Superman. I don't know how he's going to portray him yet. So I have not ruled out the fact that Jesse Eisenberg, maybe they were like, the way they wrote Lex Luthor, they were just like, oh, well, this is exactly Jesse Eisenberg, and I'd be fine with that. But it needs to match the character of who he's playing. He can't be the sort of the Jesse Eisenberg character if it's a dark, maniacal Lex Luthor, because that's not what he's like. If he's sort of like an egotistical asshole, smart Lex Luthor, and if that's the direction they're going, then I'm fine with Jesse Eisenberg's casting, because maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe they said Jesse Eisenberg is exactly this character that we've written. So it's talking about that. I'd be fine with it like that. I think they know what they're doing. I have to hope they know what they're doing. I really liked the first Man of Steel. It was my number one movie of 2013. So I have to hope that they're doing it right. They know what they're doing for the upcoming ones, which my doubts are slightly on about that because of the recent pushback of the date, which is now pushed back, I believe 10 months. So I still have to hope they know what they're doing, but at the same time, I'm slightly on the edge of my seat waiting to see what's going to happen. I guess we'll have to wait till the first trailer comes out to really see, which is going to be in a year or so from now, but I guess we'll have to wait because they haven't even started filming yet. So, but again, I have to wait to see how it's all going to work out. So is maybe Ben Affleck's going to be a great Batman. Maybe Jesse Eisenberg is going to be a fantastical Lex Luthor. Also, I have to say that I don't think Lex Luthor's in this movie. I don't know how big of a part he's going to have, because I feel like if they're already focusing on the dynamic between Superman versus Batman, they have all that to focus on. They have their two stories. There shouldn't be a villain in that film. The villain is each other. They're facing off against each other. They're not fighting together. It's called Batman versus Superman. Currently, they might change the title, but again, that's maybe Lex Luthor will wind up working with Batman for the beginning of the film or something like that. Right now, if I were writing the movie, I wouldn't make Lex Luthor that huge of a part to be like the big villain, because really the villain is both of them, because they're both the good guys and they think they're fighting the villain. So, well, that's my look on it. I'm not sure if that's what they're doing, but just my thoughts. Speaking of Gary. Okay. I guess that's all I have to say about this. On to the next thing, which is my most anticipated movies coming soon in the next couple of years, and why they're my most anticipated movies. I'm going to say I would say 3, but like I might say more. So I'll just jump right into it. X-Men, Days of Futures Past, plus X-Men Apocalypse, which will be coming out, I believe, 2 years after the X-Men Days of Futures Past. X-Men Days of Futures Past is coming out really soon, so I'm definitely really excited for that. Judging by the trailers, I freaking love the trailer. I can't see how they're going to go that wrong, because the trailer looks fantastic. And X-Men Apocalypse, I don't know if Days of Futures Past is a graphic novel. I believe it is. I know X-Men Apocalypse I've read, and it's amazing, but So I'm really excited, and I'm a huge X-Men fan. I even was able to withstand I didn't hate X-Men 3 like a lot of people did because I love the X-Men so much. X-Men Origins Wolverine, however, that I was not the biggest fan of that, and I will admit that. Um, but again, I didn't hate X-Men 3, so that shows I love the X-Men franchise a lot, so I don't really think they can do wrong with that. So that's one of the movies that I am unconditionally excited for, not even really nervous about being excited for, you know. Yeah. Another thing before I continue, when I have more people on this show, I'm going to get a couple people's opinions on what we're talking about. Obviously, it's not going to be most anticipated movies again, but like I'll say, like, it'll be list things. Like I'll say a couple things, and then they'll either rebuttal what their thoughts and say no, I don't agree with you, or they'll agree and say why they. So that it's going to be good when there's more people on the show. Again, this is more of the test run, but yeah. Another thing that I'm excited for is obviously what was I just talking about? Batman versus Superman. Superman versus I don't know what order it's in. Um, I'm really excited for that. It's like I said, I know a lot of people didn't like Man of Steel, but I loved it. I loved that was one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. It wasn't my favorite. I think that would have to be. Oh geez, I dug myself in a hole here. Could be possibly the Avengers. I love the Dark Knight, obviously. I'd say the Avengers, the Dark Knight. Um, the X-Men, X2, the X2 X-Men United, the first X-Men too. Yeah, I don't even know. Why am I even not talking about this? Batman versus Superman. Okay. Yes, I'm definitely really excited for that because, like I said, love the first Man of Steel, and there's a couple things, and this is a movie that I am conditionally excited for. I have to hear some more stuff about it. Such as right now, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I don't think that's going to be a big part or not, but I'm also really nervous about that to see how she's going to act. Maybe she'll be fantastic. I don't know, but maybe anyone's going to be fantastic. Maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm worried for no reason. But right now I am worried. But it's definitely still an anticipated movie. So yeah. Do you notice the chain in the movies? Because they're all superhero movies. Number 3, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I liked the first Captain America. It had its problems, but I really liked it. But the reason that I am so excited for the second one is because my favorite, not my favorite, one of my favorite comic characters of all time is the Falcon. And I'm really excited to see Anthony Mackie portray him. So I'm definitely, that is the reason that I have been since he was announced that he would be in the movie, excited to see this movie. So that's definitely another one that I'm excited for. I'm just going to rapid fire a couple more. Number 4, Interstellar, the new Christopher Nolan movie. I'm watching the trailer. I have no idea what the fuck it's about, but like it looks cool, so I don't know. Watch the trailer, you know what I mean. It has some badass narration and a bunch of footage, and it looks really cool. Like I think it's gonna get really good. It's Christopher Nolan, so don't know how it can't be. Godzilla, because Bryan Cranston's in it, and I guess it should be good. Like I don't know. Hold on, let me think. There's probably some more. I feel like I'm gonna think of one halfway through the third thing, and be like, oh, there it is. But Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm excited for. When is that coming out? That's 2014. Yeah, that's this year. I guess I'm excited for that. Growing up, one of my favorite comic villains of all time was the Rhino, so I'm excited to see Paul Giamatti portray him on the big screen. So, let me think of some more, if I can think of any more. Avengers, Age of Ultron. Definitely excited for that. Really excited for that. Don't know why I didn't think of that, but I'm super excited for that. I love the first Avengers film. Ultron's a great villain, and I'm definitely really excited. I remember Guardians of the Galaxy. Love Guardians of the Galaxy comics. Love them. I don't know how I didn't think of that. I'm so excited for this movie. I'm a Chris Pratt fan. I'm a Karen Gillan. I'm a fan of her. I don't know how to say her last name, which I feel like it's Gillan, but I know people that pronounce it Gillan. I don't know. Whatever. I'm a fan of her. I guess I'm a Vin Diesel fan. Zoe Saldana. It's a good cast. Great source material. Great. I'm excited for the next Star Wars movie too. I'm getting off track. Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know why that made me think of Star Wars, but I'm definitely really excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It is one of my most anticipated movies. That is probably my number two, next to the X-Men movies. I don't know why I didn't think of that either. If I think of another one, I'm gonna say it at the end of the video. I'm gonna try not to say it in the middle of my next thing, which is my number 3 topic of the day. And like I said, comment below if you have any questions for my next video, my next podcast, because I will try to answer them. This one was asked to me as a question, just like we were just talking. He asked me this question. I thought it was a really good question, and it sort of wanted to kickstart the question portion of my podcast, which the question was, do you think Tom Hanks was snubbed at the Oscars for Captain Phillips? I'm going to quickly pull up the Oscar nominees, and this will probably answer your question really quick. Yeah, so just if you have a question, go below. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and go write your question below, and I'll probably answer it next thing. Right now I only have one question for this show, so I'm going to take an extensive amount of time on it, but if there is a couple questions, which I hope so, then I will answer the questions quicker, and so I'll have same amount of time, just more questions. And so if you have a question, say it below. I will definitely answer it. Well, not definitely, but okay. Now on to the question. Do you think Tom Hanks was snubbed for the Oscars this year for Captain Phillips? Short answer, no. Why? Let me read out the quick list of actors in a leading role. Which, so Christian Bale, American Hustle, Bruce Dern, Nebraska, Leonardo DiCaprio, The Wolf of Wall Street, Chiwetel Ejiofor, 12 Years a Slave, and Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club. Excuse me. This is a stacked list. This year has been the best that I have seen. I mean, I'm young, but the best that I have seen living for best actor in a leading role. I can't think of anyone that I would be like, oh god, no, definitely Tom Hanks deserves more than them. I literally can't think of anyone. I have not seen one of these movies. I have not seen Nebraska, but by my friends, I have heard that it is a really good movie, and they have said that Bruce Dern definitely deserves to be there. So I'm not going to argue with them. So, I mean, taking their opinion, I don't know if I should take their opinion or not. I definitely currently take their opinion. I've seen the trailers. He looks like he's really good. I have seen Captain Phillips, and Tom Hanks was really good in that. Don't get me wrong. He deserved to be on here if the list was longer. But I think it's totally fair. Aside from the fact that I also need to say that possibly, maybe Tom Hanks could have been there over Christian Bale. Don't get me wrong. Okay, here's my thing. I didn't like American Hustle. It wasn't on my top list of this year. It's not on my worst list. I just thought it was a mediocre film. I was not the biggest fan. And I am a David O. Russell fan. I love The Fighter. Silver Linings Playbook is one of my favorite movies ever. But American Hustle, I did not enjoy for some reason. So, saying that, though, Christian Bale was fantastic. He was Christian Bale is always good. He is one of the best actors working. So I'm trying not to be biased and judge the fact that Christian Bale's on there based on the movie he was in, because it does have stuff to do with that. Sorry for that. I was having some problems with the sound. It wasn't my camera was kind of fizzing in and out, so I had to stop. But like what I was saying, I'm trying not to judge based on the quality of the movie, and more on Christian Bale's performance, and he was really good in this. So I guess in long story short, no, Tom Hanks was not snubbed. He might have. They just chose Christian Bale over him, and that's not a snub. That's just that they found that they liked Christian Bale's performance better than Tom Hanks' performance. And also, Captain Phillips is nominated for Best Picture. Captain Phillips has a nomination for Best Supporting Actor. So it's not like the film itself was snubbed. Tom Hanks just did not get a nomination for Best Actor in a Leading Role. And I feel like they've partly considered this because he has been nominated a lot of times. And I guess that never stopped him with Meryl Streep. But, so he has been nominated a lot of times. So it's not like he really cares that much. It's not like he was like, this is my only chance for an Oscar. Because he's won an Oscar before. I don't think he cares that much. He was really good, and he knows that people knew he was really good. He understands that it was really hard competition this year. I loved Wolf of Wall Street, too, so I really... that was just a totally different thought. So I'm really happy Leonardo DiCaprio was on there, is what I'm trying to say. Matthew McConaughey, Dallas Buyers Club, totally. Chiwetel Ejiofor, 12 Years a Slave, totally. Bruce Dern, Nebraska. Again, Bruce Dern, I'm not sure. I haven't seen Nebraska, but I've heard that it's good. So I'm gonna trust their opinion. I'm gonna go see Nebraska, but for now, I'm trusting my friend's opinion, and I'm trusting that they're not lying to me, and in saying that Bruce Dern deserved it over Tom Hanks. Who am I leaving out right now? Christian Bale. Again, Christian Bale, I just had this big conversation. So, he was good, I guess. I'm gonna... Not talking about American Hustle. Christian Bale was good in that movie, and he definitely deserves to be on there. So no. To answer your question, no, Tom Hanks was not snubbed. You know what? I guess that's all for the show today. It's just a quick show today, because it's the sample show. I'm hoping to double the shows in this time, or something like that. So there'll be about double this time, but it won't just be me talking. I'll have someone with me. And again, this is just the trial show. Comment what you want me to change or anything, and I will listen. So I'm trying to make this show as good as possible. Again, this is only the first episode, so so there's definitely a lot of room for change, and there will be a lot of change. Definitely my set will change, because this is just a pretty bland set, just to start out. So it's definitely going to get better. It's definitely going to get room for 2 people. So definitely subscribe to see more videos, and also you can go on iTunes, the podcast, and get this podcast, which the link will be in description when I put this on the podcast thing. I have it all set up. I haven't done it yet, so the link will be in the description, so you can get this as a podcast if you want. So, thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Click my name to check out some of my other videos and subscribe for comic movie TV reviews, plus this, plus speaking of Gary, and just some other fun videos that I do, and published around 5 videos a week, starting now. Hopefully I'm going to be getting to that 4 or 5 videos a week. Again, yeah, thanks for watching, and definitely make sure to subscribe.